Crowds are absolutely plummeting all over Walt Disney World Resort this September, reaching levels we have never seen before. And we're talking about low, low, low. How low can you go? Well, folks, we know why. We know why there's nobody at Disney World. What if we told you that as of the time of recording, there are 4, count them 4, rides functioning at Animal Kingdom? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to That Park Place, the channel that brings you all the news that should be fun. Today, we're going to be covering some news that is not fun, because if you are at Animal Kingdom, folks, look at this. There's nothing to do. Why did you pay to go there? I don't know. And I bet there are people, not many people, based on the fact that the crowd level is 3 out of 10, but there are people there saying to their families and friends online, why am I here exactly? And why have I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars? Folks, you didn't spend hundreds and hundreds, though, to join us on the video. Click the like button. That's all we ask of you. Otherwise, it's free. And Vash Sky and Jonas Campbell are here to walk us through what's going on at Disney World, as it's not just a crowd collapse this September, but a quality collapse as well. Gentlemen, quality is thy middle name. How are you both?
I'm doing well, but I have a question about the little lights, Clark.
They're not twinkling. They're definitely not twinkling.
Is that a hazard sign on Expedition Everest right there? What does that mean? Is the Yeti finally broken loose?
Well, I want people to understand, okay? So Animal Kingdom right now, let's count the rides together. And this is why you come to this channel, is because we're not here to sell you a cupcake. We're not here to convince you to sign up with some travel agency. That's not what we do. We don't do that. We want you to have a good time wherever you go, and you're not going to have a good time when you have these rides to do. Avatar Flight of Passage, Dinosaur, that's 2. Kilimanjaro Safaris, that's 3. And Navi River Journey, which I don't even consider to be a real ride, 4. 3, though, really. 4 rides. Kali River Rapids and Expedition Everest are currently down. You paid hundreds of dollars to go to Animal Kingdom. So that's why the crowd level is a 3 out of 10. I want to listen, though. The way this works is, my understanding for WDW Passport is, it looks at the average wait time, and it uses that to estimate what the crowd level is. It's not like WDW Passport is sitting in the parks, like measuring. No, they look at the crowd, the wait time, and they figure out the crowd level. Okay, so when you got 2 attractions down, that increases the wait time for other stuff, right? So it thinks it's a 3 out of 10. I bet it's a 1 out of 10. And guess what else is a 1 out of 10, friends? Magic Kingdom. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Wow. Now, we're recording this Monday, September 8th, and then by the magic of the internets, we release it a little bit later. But this is where we are. This is, I mean, guys, you can get on the Mad Tea Party, you walk on. The Magic Carpets of Aladdin, you can walk on. We recommend you wait until they're actually stationary before you do so. You know, listen, this is crazy. Pirates is a walk-on. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is 30 minutes. Space Mountain is 30 minutes. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is 20 minutes. Why? Don't spend on Lightning Lane. Please don't spend on Lightning Lane. Guys, your thoughts on what we're seeing here with these wait times and crowd levels in September?
Well, there's 2 things to it, of course. With Lightning Lane, that is what's been sustaining the company in so many ways. It raises those per caps that they need right now to survive. But if people don't have to buy Lightning Lane, they might even give it away a little bit at some of the parks. I think this is a really bad strategy for them. They have to have the crowds so that they can sell that upcharge.
Right. Well, you know, and the problem is the crowds are so low that even slowing down the attractions will not do anything for them. They can't build lines when there's nobody there. I want to address this too, Vash, okay? Because we even got some criticisms. I know folks out there can't believe we would ever be critiquified. But Vash, at least my channel and this channel, we were criticized because we said that the crowds were empty. They said that was not true. We were told that you know, these wait times, nothing's going on, nothing shady, nothing at all. And Vash, I'm looking at what's happening right now, and I say to myself, I just got to think that whole pushback we received about, well, you know, the summer's always been the off season. I think this might actually be the off season, Vash. I mean, I'm not much of a historian here, but I got a feeling this might be the off season at Disney.
Yes, I think this has historically been the off season for Disney. And I would say also, too, that's reflected not just at Disney World but also at Disneyland. This is why a little bit of footage is thrown in there from Disneyland, because from what reports I've gathered from people who have been visiting the parks regularly over there, this is not just a trend that we're seeing just isolated at Disneyland, Walt Disney World, but we're seeing this at Disneyland as well. Why that's so important is because with that annual pass holder program that they have over there at the Disneyland Resort, you would expect that this specific theme park, or two specific theme parks, that is Disney California Adventure and Disneyland, would be more insulated from the effects of this kind of summer slowdown, because they would, and even the September slowdown, because they have so many pass holders that go there so regularly. That unfortunately has not been the case. So we're seeing this on both coasts right here, which is a really profound problem, because I think for Disneyland specifically, they make their revenue from the amount of people that actually are in there. The volume really does matter far more than I would say at Walt Disney World. At Walt Disney World, not only are we seeing lower crowds, but spending amongst the highest earners is up. But that we know that that's not a recipe for long-term success. You're making more from the fewer people that are in there, but that has diminishing returns over time, as one could probably put together.
Well, thank goodness they're building all kinds of attractions that people are just so excited about. Hey, Vash, put up the sarcasm. Vash, would you put up my screen one more time, please? I want to show some folks this. Now, in this case, ladies and gentlemen, the green arrows represent something that's good for you. That would be, well, there's no wait times. Red would be bad for crowds. But green is bad for Disney, because if there are less wait times, then there's less people, and that's not good for the Diz. All right, Magic Kingdom this month, September. Vash, before I go any further, I just want to say, Vash, was August a crowded month for Disney World?
Not from what we have seen, just by really tracking this and following this on our various channels and platforms.
All right. Well, if August was not crowded, get ready, because Magic Kingdom is down 14.3% on wait times. Now, they didn't just suddenly get more efficient, I don't believe. So you take that for what you think it means. I think it means it's less crowded. Epcot, 7% less wait times. Hollywood Studios, 21.2% less wait times, and Animal Kingdom is down almost 30%, while they got 4 rides. Yay, Mommy, I want to do all 4 rides today. I'm not sure you can, little Timmy. That's a lot. So there you go, folks. That's where we are. If we scroll down, this is thrillData.com, by the way. Where are we at right now? The average wait time for September is 23 minutes. And if you want to know how bad that is, ladies and gentlemen, 23-minute wait time for 2025 September. You ready for this? You ready? The average wait time for September in 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, when some people could not leave their apartments across the, often the coastal states, let's say, wait times were longer. When Disney was operating with a 15% capacity.
Oh, my goodness.
When plexiglass was everywhere. When you had to wear essentially a full body latex suit to walk down Main Street, USA. When the Dapper Dans looked more like those witch plague doctors. Listen, this is September 2020, longer lines at Disney than today. It's empty.
And this is bad for a number of reasons. One, Disneyland, or at least California, has been talking about maybe enacting some mask restrictions there in the state. I don't know how it's going to affect businesses. I can't say anything for certain.
Wait a minute. Bash, yes. Are you telling me they're bringing back masks somewhere?
There is some recommendations going out right now in order to counter the spread of current COVID that you should be wearing masks.
I'm gonna go slam my head into a cinder block. Hang on.
Right.
Yeah,
which, by the way, if that's enacted, for businesses and maybe even theme parks and so forth, I mean, that's going to be a real world of hurt for Disneyland. But if we scroll back up there and we look at the declines from one month to the other, especially broken down by theme park, we notice something. Epcot had the smallest decline, and that's probably because you have a bunch of regulars in there for food and wine and so forth, and getting in there and taking advantage of those opportunities right there. But I wouldn't say that's been made up of maybe the highest spenders that Disney might be inclined to invite, right? But when we look at the steepest declines, that takes place with the parks that had the fewest attractions. So I would say overall, you're probably looking at reduced spend per guest profoundly, and then with reduced attendance reflected in both those theme parks and even Magic Kingdom. I mean, they're in a world of hurt right now. This is a bad situation for them.
Gavin Newsom just must love them so much. I mean, it's just really, honestly, California must just absolutely hate FUN. Well, they like two of the letters. Jonas, go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking about the fact that in the state of Florida, they have no option to do that, even if they just wanted to mask everybody up while they're going into Disney. I think that's illegal in the state of Florida now. This is something where we're watching decline, and we're hearing reports that Epic Universe actually might have saved the state of Florida in 2025, or sorry, the city of Orlando and Orange County. That Orange County, not the other Orange County, in the year 2025 here. This is just astounding to me. And when they say they've seen Epic Universe coming 10 years away, right now they're struggling to get people into these parks, refusing to lower prices in any effective way. I think that they have made their own bed, and now they've got a lie in it.
Well, they're going to lie in it for sure, but there's not going to be many people in the bed with them, which is unusual for some of the people who run Disney. Folks, we got to stop it there. Pro's a little too risque today, but let me just tell you, you're going to see some other channels start to join us now. You're going to start to see some influencers begin to admit what's been happening the whole time. They're going to change their tune, and they're not going to say, we're just going to have to agree with old Pro and his pals. No, I don't think that's what they're going to say. But this has been coming your way for a long, long time. The problem for Disney is what waits behind those walls that they believe will call customers back returning to their theme parks. Nobody wants what they're building, with few exceptions. Encanto, that's an exception. But many of these things they're doing to try to rectify the situation is just going to wreck the parks even more. Folks, you can help us unwreckify this channel. Click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know. When's the last time you went to Disney World? When might you go again? And folks, until the next time we get to say, hello, friends. Welcome back. We'll see you real soon. Keep learning, keep growing, keep having fun, and keep coming back to That Park Place.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.